Welcome everybody to one of the most stunning cities in the world, Sydney, Australia. Sydney's got something for everyone, arts and culture, beaches and national parks, and today we've got some of the best skateboarders in the world here for stop number 6 of the SLS Championship Tour, presented by Boost Mobile. Got the crowd filling in here today. I'm your host, Alex White. Welcome, everybody. I'm joined by former SLS Super Crown champion, Sean Malto. Sean, what are your thoughts about being back in Sydney?
Oh, I love it here. I mean, Sydney is such a great city. The food's great, nightlife is fun, and of course, the skating is next level here.
It's an awesome place to be, and we have a lot on tap this weekend coming up for you right away. Today, we got the women's knockout round coming up next, followed by the men's knockout rounds later on this afternoon. And tomorrow is finals day, where all boils down to here on stop number 6 of the SLS Championship Tour. Now here are the women's standings, the current standings. Yumeka Oda up in that number 1 spot. You'll notice 3rd and 4th, Rayssa, Leal, Covell, same point line, tied for 3rd and 4th. As you go further on down the list, everybody's vying for those top 20 spots right there, Sean.
Yeah, and the top 3 make it automatically into the finals for the Super Crown, so they're all gunning for that.
Here is group number 1 for the women. Pinson, Uemura, Liz Akama, Yumeka Oda, and hometown hero, Covell.
Stacked heat.
Yeah.
First out of the gate. It's kind of cool they're throwing Chloe right out there.
There's 2 groups on display today. You know, the top 3 are going to move on to the finals tomorrow. Here's group number 2. Paige, Heyn, Coco, Yoshizawa, Funa, Nakayama, Momiji, Nishiya, Rayssa, Leal. This is the group that's going to kick it off right now. Paige, Heyn is going to be first skater in group number 1 for women's elimination. And who are you liking out there today, Sean?
I mean, Rayssa is so good. Silver medalist in the Olympics, and she kind of took some time off, I think, just to rest up. She had a packed schedule, and she's looking fresh out there right now.
Yeah, you know, Rayssa, Leal and Covell, they kind of have this great rivalry going on. So I got to say, Covell, she won here last year. She's been on an absolute tear, and Sean, I saw her trying new tricks I've never seen her do in practice.
Yeah, she was skating really well. But I also want to talk about Paige, Heyn. She just seems to be finding her rhythm as this season is going, and her trick selection, primarily her switch skating, has been setting her apart. So excited to kind of see her take it to the next level.
Oh, for sure. Well, get to see how it all goes down. The criteria here in the basics presented by Tech Deck. So here's the format, line section. Each skater's gonna get 2 45-second line attempts, 5 single trick attempts on anywhere on the course. Top 4 scores count towards their final score. 1 line score is the max they can go towards your final score, but you don't even have to get in the lines. You could get it in the best trick. Top 3 skaters are gonna go on to finals day tomorrow. Skaters are just kind of getting warmed up right there.
They're laughing, they're smiling, they're having a good time.
Chloe has been looking so confident out there today. Before we kick things off, I want to introduce you to the 3rd member of our team, Mr. Andrew Cannon, down on the course right now.
Thanks, Alex. Guys, you talked about some amazing skaters. I'm down here watching practice. It is going off right now. Someone you didn't talk about, though, is very important. The 2024 Paris Olympic gold medalist, Coco Yoshizawa, a young skater with a deep bag of tricks. This course has so many options, and honestly, the size and scale of it is really great for all the women competitors out here. You're seeing a lot of progression here in practice, and I think we're gonna see it in the competition. So, I'm very excited to see Coco Yoshizawa out here for her first time at SLS. Lots of great skating. Back to you.
Oh, wow. Almost forgot to talk about Coco Yoshizawa there, but yes, a new face here. So let's intro the skaters for knockout round group number 1. So they're just getting the skaters lined up. The crowd is watching, a rapt crowd.
Yeah, they're making sure their noisemakers are inflated. What do you call those things?
Clap bars? Noisemakers?
Yeah, noisemakers.
All right. Let's meet the skaters in women's knockout group boy number 1, Paige Heyn, 16 years old from Chandler, Arizona.
Second in, like Andrew said, our Olympic gold medalist, Coco Yoshizawa.
And not a stranger to the podium here at SLS, Funa Nakayama, coming from Japan.
Getting Funa's back. Also, another person from Japan, Momiji Nishiya. One of the sickest styles out there.
So sick. Can't wait to see her. And last but not least, the young queen tied for 3rd and 4th with Chloe Covell, Rayssa Leal from Brazil. All right, the skaters are going to get in their starting positions. Our first skater in is going to be Paige Heyn. No one from this heat looks nervous to me, Sean.
Yeah, everybody's locked in. All the prep work's done. Just got to try to put it together.
There's part of the crowd filling in here. It's a great venue for this event. We had a packed crowd last year. We're looking sold out tomorrow for finals day. Pretty awesome.
This arena gets loud too.
Paige Heyn getting ready for her first line attempt. Kicking things off. Always got to be a little nervous to be the first skater out, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely a tough spot to be in, but Paige is, you know, she's been through this now a few times. Nice kickflip up the bump. This course is a little tough for runs, I will say.
A little start-stop.
It's just it's a smaller course, so there's not a lot of speed getting to places. It's kind of hard to judge, but wow, switchboard slide up the rail. 2
switch tricks in a row. Paige Heyn, 1 more second on the clock. That's going to be it for Paige Heyn's first score, but didn't fall off. 2 switch tricks.
Yeah. Definitely a little, you know, a little slow around the course, but like I said, it is hard to get speed. But flawless run, first person out in the contest. Can't ask for much more than that.
Here's that switch front board. You know, I think Australia holds a special place for Paige because she qualified into her first final ever for SLS last year here during the select series. So she likes it here. So 5.9 for Paige Heyn's first score. What do you think about that score, the first score of the day?
I think 5.9 is great.
Yeah.
That's good start. Put some pressure on other people, although Coco having an Olympic gold doesn't seem like the pressure really affects her.
She's never done an SLS before,
Yeah.
so Coco Yoshizawa dropping into her first run ever for an SLS series.
Yeah, she looks like she's going to be doing just fine.
She took off the knee pads. During the Olympics, she wore knee pads.
Wow, big spin front board. Yeah, she's just calm.
Yeah. Okay, back 50 on the King Cubba. You know, you were right about that, Sean. This course can be a little difficult to link up tricks, a little slow at the start of this, but I think a lot of these obstacles make for good best trick attempts.
Yeah, what I do like about the course is there's no real one obstacle. It's not like usually there's kind of a big section, but it's kind of spread out here. You have the bump to bar on the A-frame, just as you can see right here with this back lip. And then the other thing is that King Tubba. So you have different options. I think for best trick, we'll see it spread about. But for runs, I think it's a little hard.
Yeah, you know, for somebody like Coco who's never skated in SLS before and is used to those asymmetrical courses for all the Olympic events, this is, you know, completely different field of play for her. A 4.6 for Coco Yoshizawa's first run, putting her in that second place behind Paige. Next skater in is going to be Funa Nakayama. Been skating Street League for a long time now. Has a great front crooks, kind of her patented trick.
Her Instagram's been fun to follow, just to watch the progression.
Yeah.
She's definitely gotten so much better throughout the years.
And she's already been on the cover of Thrasher.
Yeah. Oh, a little bump to ledge right there.
Okay, I like how she's using the Boost Mobile manual pad in the middle. Nice heel flip.
That was a perfect heel flip.
Are you a heel flipper at all?
No.
Nose grind. And that's going to be time for Funa Nakayama's first run.
I liked it. I think like skating the hubba, front crooking, the Boost Mobile bump to ledge, and skating the bump to bar. I think she kind of like, she hit most of the obstacles, throwing a heel flip in there just to flip her board. Interesting format too. 6.6 puts her in first. The top 3 from each group advance, right?
Yep, they go finals tomorrow. So only 4 skaters today out of the 10 women are going to get cut. So really, you don't have to go right into like 6th gear. You could kind of cruise a little bit.
You can kind of cruise, but this is a packed heat. I mean, we're talking Momiji won gold in Paris.
Oh, yeah, Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Coco won gold in Paris, and Rayssa has been
2 medals,
one of the most prolific street league women's skaters ever.
Yeah, this final has a lot of hardware in it. I mean, this heat right here has a lot of hardware in it. It's not even a final.
See, I think we're going to see a lot of this. It's just kind of cruise around, get set up.
So they're all just vying for the top 3 spots out of this elimination heat to make it to that final. Ooh. What's that, 270?
Contest make.
Contest make. And that's going to be time for Momiji Nishiya. Now, can that run top the 6.6 from Funa Nakayama?
Yeah, I don't know. It was, I mean, she did a lot, but it was also pretty slow. Nice way to end it here, tail slide 270.
It almost feels like all the skaters are coming out like pacing slow in this first line attempt. Like they're trying to see what everybody else is doing and what the first scores are going to be before they move on. A 5.7 for Momiji Nishiya, put her in that 3rd place spot. 2 gold medalists on screen there. All right, rounding it out for these first line attempts is Rayssa Leal. Back tail shove.
Back tail shove. This course too, like it's not big, but for how close things are and how there's not a lot of speed, you have to have pop. And Rayssa has pop. So I think this course kind of suits the way she skates. Look at that. Backsmith up the kink drill.
Ooh, kick her front board, back down it. I like how she linked those 2 tricks together. She have time for one more. I'm not sure right at the buzzer, but...
Yeah, it didn't really matter anyways. That's easily in first place.
Sean's calling it easily in first place. She was cruising.
She was cruising, but that was Very good. I mean, back 50, the King Cubba straight into back tail shove it. Front blunt shove, kind of the same trick, but his backsmith up the rail.
I remember when a kickflip front board won her a Street League, Salt Lake City in 2021. Now it's just one trick in her line. An 8.1 for Rayssa Leal. You were right, Sean Malto, with the call.
Yeah.
First spin.
I'm 1 for 1 right now.
This
we'll
man
track
knows.
it. Sometimes these judges confuse me, but you know, for the most part, we're on the same page.
Well, Paige Heyn is coming up next for her second line attempt, but we were able to catch up with her last week. Check out her thoughts coming into this event in this Pro Perspective presented by Cup Noodles.
I think the Sydney course looks pretty cool. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to skate it. I'm most excited, besides the contest, is to see everyone, and I really liked going to Australia last year, so I'm excited to go back. Last year, the energy was really good there, so I'm excited to see what this year brings. A successful weekend for me looks like doing as best as I can in the contest and having a lot of fun and really push myself on a personal level.
That's Paige. Good mindset. I like how she's wanting to push herself, you know?
Yeah, I've always felt skating contests, it's like sometimes when you start to focus on other people and what they're doing, it can kind of get in your head. But Paige had a good attitude of just focusing on herself and trying to figure out the best run she could do for her. And I think that takes a little bit of pressure off and makes you skate a little better.
Yeah, I like that, setting your own goals, your own pace.
Yeah, it's just control what you can control.
You know, at 16 years old, she's got a lot of competition experience, and she really has. She's a wise competitor.
Absolutely. I mean, she skates with Jagger Eaton a lot, right?
You gotta know. Coming back in switch again. Switchboard up. That's gonna end it for line number 2 for Paige Heyn. You know, her secret weapon is that switch skating ability that she's got.
Again, for the contest brain, you know, she did her same run. She knows that's a 5.9, and then she just mixed it up with the switch 50 on the bump to bar instead of the switch front board. So kind of forcing the judges, got to be higher than a 5.9.
You're right.
Yeah.
You called it again. 6.2 for Paige Heyn's second score, putting her in that 3rd place spot.
That's kind of like I feel like a little trick that these competitors do. They do a run, they see the score, and then they know if they can just add 1 or 2 upgrades, then it has to go.
All right, Coco Yoshizawa, the Olympic gold medalist, is back in. Her Street League debut here today, run number 2. Whew.
That is such a fast whip into that big spin front board.
Scorpion tail.
Yeah. Smart, just taking the nose slide.
The crooks got away from her last time. Three, two, one. You know what's interesting? I've noticed a lot of skaters kind of ending their run a few seconds earlier on this course.
Yeah, it's not the easiest place, but you know, that might have been maybe just a little mismanagement.
This timing.
Felt like she could have added 1 or 2 more into that.
When you were out there skating it yesterday, did you find some lines?
A little bit, little pockets, but it's hard. You can put together 2, 3 tricks and then you get stuck. But Coco, I think playing it a little too safe.
Maybe,
there.
yeah. 5.1, still down in the 5th place spot. Funa Nakayama is in, 45 seconds on the clock. Starting off with that frontside 50-50.
Oh, front crook shove it.
I've never seen her do that.
No.
I've also never seen her ride black grip tape. She's not going to start now.
No.
Yellow, shake down. Whoa,
Ow.
front board. Oh.
The fact that she can square up that pop with those loose strokes.
You can see it, yeah.
The board is wobbling, and she somehow just gets it back together.
Oh. She was on her way there to a much improved run from her first line.
I still think that is an improvement. I mean, heel flip front board, front crook shove it.
Shove was a little sketchy, though.
A little sketchy,
Yeah, but still, yeah.
kind of take it. Let's see it here. Front crook. Oh.
Ooh, actually, maybe her toes didn't touch.
Yeah, we count that.
We'll count it.
Count that.
Nice one, Funa.
Yeah, so I think she would trade the front crook shove and this heel flip front board. Take out that nose grind.
Yeah. You're right. 6.8.
Barely.
Again, though.
Yeah.
3 for 3. Right on the scores. All right, Funa up in that second place spot. Momiji Nishiya is right on her heels. She's sitting down in 4th place. Line number 2. Tokyo gold medalist. Multiple podium on the Street League World Championship Tour.
Ooh. Ollie heel.
23 seconds left.
Using the manual pad, the Boost Mobile.
I kind of like the little manual. It's just nice because we've been seeing some ollies up, and it's just...
Oh, get the spin around there. You know, Momiji Nishiya has had some time off. She actually didn't make it to the Paris Olympics, so she's kind of been chilling at home now for a couple months, maybe getting back into contest mode now. Just like a little, maybe a little rusty.
Yeah. She is one of those that probably excels more in the best trick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so manual. It's just nice to see that other than ollieing up and riding off the ledge.
All right, a 5.1, so her first score of a 5.7 is going to stick. She's sitting in that 4th place spot. Up next, Rayssa Leal will have her second run attempt. Sitting in the number 1 spot already with an 8.1, a commanding lead right now.
This is a free run for her.
She's had a lot of these free runs
Yeah.
in her career. Look at that consistency there, that bar, her special meter. Oh! Well, trying the back 5-0.
I will say, skating the course, that kink on the hubba is a little more aggressive than I thought.
Yeah.
Kind of seems mellow, but it kind of buck you off in different directions.
Not very common to have a kink hubba in a contest. Ooh.
Wow. It's also not common to see front blunt big spins.
And that's going to be time for Rayssa Leal's second run. So a little walk for Rayssa there on her second run. That 8.1 is gonna stand against the 2.8 here. Rayssa Leal sitting in that first place spot. Walk of the park.
Just cruising.
Well, Rayssa Leal sitting in that #1 spot. Stay tuned for more action. We have the best trick section coming up right after this break. Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by Boost Mobile. Works in more places. By Feel New Sydney, destination New South Wales. Come and feel the energy in Sydney. By Monster Energy, unleash the beast. And by Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha. Welcome back to Sydney, Australia, a city that offers something for everyone. Dynamic multicultural neighborhoods, golden beaches, national parks, exciting and innovative dining and retail, continually evolving arts and cultural offerings, and an action-packed calendar of world-class events, including Street League Skateboarding, right here, right now at the Ken Roswell Arena. We just saw the line section for the women's, and we have re-racked. We're gonna move into the best trick attempts for elimination round #1. Here's the re-rack. If you got the highest score, you get to go last and watch what everybody does. Rayssa Leal got that highest score, so she's gonna sit in that 5th place spot and watch. Coco Yoshizawa is gonna be up first.
Yeah, Rayssa's in the driver's seat. She can watch, she can figure it out.
She's been driving since she was like 12.
Yeah. She can basically dial it up or dial it back, whatever's going on, so.
Yeah, that's the power of sitting in that, that's the power of the re-rack and getting that top score in the line section. You really get to sit back and watch and see what the judges do with this course, because we haven't seen any scores on the best trick for this course yet, so we're gonna see where the scores go. It's a unique course, there's new features. Coco Yoshizawa, first one in.
Going for the bump to backsmith. Again, that bump, it's kind of a bigger bump for the rail. I feel like the rail's a little low, so dropping down on that backsmith, just definitely getting away from her.
It launches you out a little too far?
A little bit. It's weird because you wanna go fast to clear it, but it's a little low, so you kind of have to slow it down. It makes it a little uncomfortable.
All right, Momiji Nishiya waiting for the green light for her first trick attempt. Ooh.
Front 5.
Nice, through the kink.
Yeah, through the kink. Pretty stock trick for Momiji, but that kink tuba, we'll see how it scores. I mean, I think that's the big thing, right? How's that kink tuba gonna score based on the bump to bar?
Yeah, and how much more are the judges going to award difficulty points because there's a kink? A 5.9 for the 5-0. Everybody's taking note of that right now. Look,
which is a good score. I mean, she did a fairly basic trick, and then so people can build off that.
Paige Heyn is going to be up next, sitting on a line score of a 6.2. All right, straight 50. We know she can do it switch.
Yeah. Especially the tricks that were going down on the bump to bar during the line section. I think the bump 50 will probably score pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. 3.2.
I mean, people were backlipping it.
How's it feel to be right so much?
Watched too many of these things.
Have you done this before?
Yeah, skated in too many of these things.
All right, Funa, Nakayama. Really curious to see where Funa's going to go with her patented tricks. I wonder if she's going to go for a front crux. All right, regular crux.
That's cool. She made that look very smooth for what that is. Crooking through that kink is a little tough.
A lot of times when Funa pats her chest like that after a run, it means that she was a little scared. But yeah, you can see why. That kink does kind of toss you out.
Yeah. She locked in perfect, pinched it, but you can kind of see like, it's almost like she leans back and coasts through it.
6.5. So sitting on a good scoreline, that's going to bump her up into the first place spot. All right, Rayssa Leal just got to watch everybody's first trick attempt and decide what she's going to do now. Whew.
There we go. Bump to front blunt. It's cool getting her board all the way over onto that stair side, as you can see from the Bank of Brazil replay.
Front blunt, right to the bank.
Right to the bank.
Brazil. 6.6.
So that I thought would be a little higher.
I did too.
So it looks like the Hubba is scoring a lot better than the bump to rail so far.
And they all just took note of that. These are smart competitors. Little chess match going on. All right, Coco Yoshizawa, backsmith.
Straight to the monitor.
Yeah.
Just zoned in.
What grade did I get?
Yeah, perfect backsmith.
It's cool to watch Coco figure out an SLS contest. She's a really great competitor, as we know, because she's an Olympic gold medalist. But this is new. This is different.
Yeah, 5.3. So we saw a backsmith get close to the same.
A 6.6, yeah, for the front blunt.
So the backsmith was lower than a front 5 on the King Teva.
Yep. All right, Momiji Nishiya. Crooks through. She saw Funa get the score. Yep.
I think we might see a few more cricket grinds.
Well, that is the chess match that is the best trick section, especially during these elimination rounds when they haven't seen any scores attached to the obstacles yet. Momiji Nishiya playing it smart here.
Yeah, again, all you need to do is get in that top 3.
All right, score match, 6.5. Same score they gave to Funa. Actually, I think Funa got a 6.8, but close. All right, Paige coming in, switch. All right, switch from board on the small rail.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think Paige is kind of searching for a spot that she likes out here. It doesn't seem like she's finding many. And the switch front board it's cool, but they're not judging the rails very good at all. And she skated the second half of the kink rail. I think it's going to be another low score.
4.1 there. How's her strategy playing in right here? Like in this moment right here, 2 tricks down, you're looking at like Funa right now.
I mean, with this type of talent in this heat, I think you got to have definitely more firepower than a 4. You just got to expect that Funa, Rayssa, Momiji, they're going to come out firing. Even Coco. So for Paige, I think she just needs to fire it up a little harder right now.
It's calibrating that perfect sweet spot of getting into that top 3, but not potentially hurting yourself, right?
Yeah, you don't want to
landing your tricks.
You don't want to gas out, but it's also Rayssa just has those type of tricks, like a kickflip back lip that on a smaller rail will get her a good score still.
That replay. Textbook.
Man, she has a lot of shoe on that kickflip.
I mean, her foot all the way on the board.
Almost on the other side.
That's how Sablone does kickflips too. Looks like they're setting up almost for a heel flip.
Maybe I gotta learn that. Take some notes.
Ankle power. All right, a 5.8 for Rayssa Leal on the kickflip back lip on the small rail. Pretty high score for that smaller rail. Technical trick. Download the True Skate on your mobile device and enter the live SLS Sydney event. Complete the 10 missions, and the championship tour course is yours to keep in your pocket forever. Play now to skate the same course as the SLS pros. All right, Coco Yoshizawa sitting in that 5th place spot. Ooh, front thieves.
She did that sick.
Chase got a good shot.
And we saw her staring at that monitor. Back to it right now. She needed a 3.2 for 3rd. She knew exactly what she needed.
Yep. What are you thinking about Coco Yoshizawa as far as strategy?
As far as strategy, I think she's doing a good job. She's definitely playing it a little close. You know, I would like her tricks to be a little closer to that 6 range, but the 5.3s, mid 5s will possibly hold.
Yeah, she's in that 3rd place spot right now. Up next, Momiji Nishiya.
You know, you see that Momiji's tricks are definitely...
Oh! Yeah. Crux nollie heel out.
Wow.
I love that that's like her new trick right now. Seen it in the mag, seen it in the contest.
It's one of those tricks, crook, nollie, heel, boost mobile replay on the boost mobile bump to ledge. Boosting out of that nollie heel, but it's like, I remember seeing her do it in practice a few years ago and thinking like, man, I don't know if that's ever gonna get consistent enough, and it definitely has.
Yeah.
It's like she just has it on command now. 8.1.
Yes. There you go, Momiji jumping into that #1 spot with that 8.1. Smart skating from Momiji Nishiya, consistent skating from her, progressive skating.
Yeah, again, the line score isn't her real strong suit, but the trick scores are great.
All right, Paige sitting in that 4th place spot. She's gonna have to step it up. Oh. Do you think switch 50 would have done it?
I don't think so. It's, yeah, I just think that little, if you're gonna skate that little rail, I think you're gonna have to flip in or do something a little more tech.
Yeah.
Especially Funa, she just needs a 2.5.
Yeah. It's coming down to it. The skaters here are fighting in this elimination round for the top 3 spots to move on to that final. Funa. Making way across the course. Oh, she's trying to front crooks through the whole thing.
I love that. I would love to see that. Maybe a little aggressive at this stage in the contest. I feel like she could have done a little simpler trick.
Yeah, kind of a wild one, because so much could go wrong.
She could just get something on the board just to put her in that top 3, and then from there, if she has to try to hold on. But she front crooks, down, flat, down.
Yeah.
Roller coaster kink drill.
Rayssa in there, sitting right now safely in that 2nd place spot. To get in the 1st place, you need a 5.8 on this trick. Whoa!
Wow.
The crowd goes wild. They like that.
That was awesome. She did that great. Do you still say down, flat, down, even if it rolls?
If the rail rolls?
Yeah, it's not a solid
There's
kick.
no...
Kind of a roller coaster, but yeah, she just cruised through this.
Hold my dip.
She almost lost it and pulled it back. Look, perfect here, gets through, and then it kind of dips, and then dips again.
That was beautiful.
So much control with the back foot. Jonko just...
8.2, Rayssa Leal.
All right.
Strong score line for Rayssa Leal with a 28.7 overall. Now Coco Yoshizawa coming up next. Sitting in the third place spot. There's her trick.
There we go.
Big spin front board.
It's cool to see gapping out to a big spin front board. I feel like it's one of those tricks that you want to kind of slap it up into it, but to pop out to a gap to rail definitely makes it a lot more difficult. Man, she's confident with that one.
She can big flip front board. We'll save that for finals. Tricks like that, she's gonna make it. Wow, 6.6.
They are not scoring that bump to rail good at all.
Okay. So the dialogue between the judges right now, she was very surprised too at 6.6.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a little higher. All right, judges don't like the bump to bar.
Okay, Momiji heard them. Whoa, she's going to go back tail.
What did Rayssa get for the front blunt?
I think 6.6. Let me see. 6.6.
That's kind of crazy that a front blunt and a big spin front board, but Coco did a big spin front board on the bump to bar in her run, so
True.
repeating tricks. But I guess Chloe did a front blunt, or Rayssa did a front blunt shove it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. I think big spin front board is definitely harder than a front blunt.
Oh, getting stuck on the switch 50-50 for Paige Heyn. Her back is definitely up against the wall now. Up next, Funa Nakayama. Funa was trying to front crooks through the entire down flat kink.
So 9.1 for third. I would kind of like her just to get a score down.
All right,
Yeah,
back flip.
smart. And then she still has one more attempt to make that up. So she has 2 tries to make up for the 9.1. She doesn't have to do it all at once.
Okay, she got a 6.5 for the crooks through the kink hubba. Waiting on the score.
Bump to back lip. After seeing a big spin front board on that, get a 6.6. Imagine this will be fairly low score. 5. Not bad.
Not terrible, no, 5.
No.
Something on the board. She's gonna have one last chance too. Rayssa Leal sitting in the driver's seat. First place spot. Got an 8.2 for that backsmith. What she got for us now? Ooh.
That's the issue with that kink. Get a little forward going into it. It's gonna snag.
All right, now that we're 4 attempts in, we get to do another re-rack, which won't matter much to Rayssa Leal because she's sitting in that first place spot. She will continue to sit in the first place spot, but re-rack, top score goes last, lowest score goes first here. Last attempts here for knockout round, group number 1 in the women's. Paige Heyn will kick it off. Funa will follow. Coco Yoshizawa sitting in that third place, Momiji Nishiya in that second place spot, and Rayssa Leal in that first place spot. A lot of strategy right here, Sean.
A lot of strategy for 4 of them. Rayssa is locked in.
Okay, Paige is gonna have to do something pretty huge to get an 8.9.
Maybe she could start from the top on this switch 50. Might get her close to it.
Oh, and that's gonna be it for Paige Heyn right there.
Yeah, it's hard. Just some courses are better for people than others, and this one just wasn't Paige's course.
Yeah, Paige kind of thrives when there is that big hubba that's getting the big scores because she can bring switch tricks to it. Or a big set of stairs, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Funa in. Okay, she's just going to need a 4.1 to bump into third place. That's the minimum. Front crooks. All right, that's her trick. She did it well, but that centerpiece obstacle, this bump to rail, Sean.
The bump to rail isn't scoring that high, but she backlipped it, got a 5. Front crook's better than a back lip, which, you know, I could see this getting into the high 5s, which is enough.
Yeah, all she needs is a 4.1.
Yeah. Just put the pressure on Coco.
Yep.
That's all you want to do right here.
Do what you can control.
That's it.
Yep.
We know she can control a front crook.
She's got the pinch. I wonder what score she's praying for.
4.2.
6.5. Interesting.
I got to talk to these judges about
That
this
was
big spin front board.
Yeah.
$7.7's a big trick.
So Coco has now moved down to the 4th place spot. Pressure is on Coco Yoshizawa. What has she got? Oh. No slight big spin attempt, and that is going to be it for the Olympic gold medalist. Going to stay in that 4th place spot.
Her first Street League, I think she'll rewatch this, take some notes. I think she'll figure this format out for the next one.
And she did get really underscored for the big spin front board. I'll give her that, I feel like, as a consolation.
She got underscored,
Yeah.
but she definitely needed a 7.7 for her, so it wasn't too far off of what would have happened.
So top 3 are set. That back tail from Momiji Nishiya is for the love. It's for the score, too, but she's already sitting comfortably in that number 2. Could she possibly bump into the 1st place spot?
Based on the bump to rail, probably not. But she back tails, sick one.
.2, Momiji Nishiya. 26.7 overall for women's elimination group number 1. And Rayssa Leal in the 1st place spot. Doesn't have to do anything. She's going to go on to the finals. She has won group number 1, the knockout round. Ooh.
Rayssa knows that's going to be a good score. I think she would have liked to known exactly what it's going to be for the finals.
Yep.
But she's in that 1st place so far, qualified in.
Yeah. And the amazing thing about her is it did not take her, you know, she's got other gears to go to, saving stuff for the final.
That was 50%.
Her 50% is everybody else's 150%.
Yeah.
All right, moving into the final for tomorrow, Rayssa Leal, Momiji Nishiya, and Funa Nakayama. Familiar faces moving on to that final spot. Coming up next, we're going to have group number 2. We're going to take those top 3, and they're going to meet up with Rayssa Leal, Momiji Nishiya, and Funa Nakayama tomorrow. Here is a look at the start list for group number 2. Pinson, Uemura, Liz Akama, Yumeka Oda, and hometown hero, former winner, Covell. You know, Covell has been on a fast track to SLS success, there's no doubt. Let's find out more about her journey in this pro perspective, presented by Cup Noodles.
It's so cool, like just being back here in Sydney, not having to travel far is so amazing. And yeah, last year for the SLS, the hype was up and it should be the same this year. Winning in front of my family is so amazing, like it's the best feeling ever. Like winning is great, but like in front of your home country and home crowd is like even better. I think the course course is like pretty wacky because like adding kinks on the end of the hover and long kink rails and stuff. It's pretty fun. It has like alright flow. I figured out like a way of getting around the park, which I guess is the main thing, and a couple of extra tricks, but it should be fun. A successful weekend for me would obviously be winning, but also just having the best time and having so much fun.
There you have Chloe on the course right now. Practicing, she's coming up in group number 2. Stick around, more action coming up soon. Welcome back to Sydney, the gateway to Australia and its only truly global multicultural city. We're here for SLS, stop number 6 of the World Championship Tour. Beautiful backdrop. Beautiful place. We're down here in the Ken Roswell Arena, about to kick off knockout group number 2 for the women's. Pinson, Uemura, Liz Akama, Yumeka Oda, and Chloe Covell, who won the event last year. Let's check in with the third member of our team down on the course right now, Andrew Cannon.
Yeah, we're down here. We got Chloe Covell right behind us, the one, practicing, absolutely ripping. She skated here in front of the hometown crowd last year and took home the win. Let's take a look back at that in the G-Shock time capsule.
But not least, our very own from the Gold Coast, Chloe Covell.
What an epic win for Chloe Covell last year in her hometown. The energy there, Sean.
It was so good, so exciting. And you can tell she's getting a little stronger. Her board control is getting better and better. Her trick selection, it's just so impressive to watch her.
Yeah, you know, going back on that G-Shock time capsule to now, you just watch her confidence grow. And she's really comfortable out here in front of this hometown crowd. She's got a lot of fans in the crowd.
And that's what I think, you know, she won last year and got better.
Yeah.
So I think that's just everybody else is watching out for her. She's definitely the one to beat.
Well, about to intro group number 2, but here who's already made it to the final is going to see him tomorrow. Rayssa, Leal, Momiji, Nishiya, Funa, Nakayama. Let's see out of this group number 2 who makes it to join him tomorrow in the finals. Let's meet the skaters. Coming from Florida, USA, Pinson.
Second in after Po, we have Uemura from Japan. Such a sick skater, always having fun.
She's great. Great addition to SLS. Third skater in, ice in her veins, Liz Akama.
Getting her back, Yumeka Oda, one of the gnarliest skaters out. Kickflip front feebles.
And our final skater in, the winner from Sydney last year, on a roll, Chloe Covell. Stacked. And here are the basics presented by Tech Deck. Again, they're gonna have 2 45-second line attempts, followed by 5 single trick attempts. Top 4 scorers go to their final score line. And the top 3 skaters are gonna move on to the finals for tomorrow. Our first skater in is gonna be Pinson, and she is probably listening to trap music.
She listens to trap?
Yeah, she does.
That's cool. Jacksonville's finest right here.
And Poe is in immediately. Ooh.
Wow. See, she's figuring this place out a little bit. That's 4 tricks in a matter of 20 seconds.
Whoa,
Wow.
man.
Frontside 180 fakie manual.
This weird course is suiting Poe so well.
Stick with it, Poe. One more.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
Lip slide.
Caught a weird drop in right there.
For a skater like Poe, this kind of course might suit her.
Yeah, I liked how she used the course too. This pole jam 50-50, as you can see in the Boost Mobile replay. But people haven't been using the little rollers in and this bump to bar and then this. Frontside 180 fakie manual in a contest.
In a contest. Well, interesting to see, like, some very difficult tricks in there. A creative approach, 1 bail, 4.8.
With the bail, I think that's a good score.
Yeah. Our next skater in, owner of the coolest pants collection in all of skateboarding, Uemura.
She definitely has a lot of all-over print pants.
She does.
Crispy ollie.
Sean, did you ever partake in the all-over print pants?
I think I've owned like maybe 2 pair, and I've just never really been able to wear them out of the house.
Respect.
My
That's a certain kind of
confidence isn't
skater.
as high as Owie's.
You're just not as cool as Owie.
I know.
Backflip, solid. And that's going to be time for Uemura's first run.
Full run, flawless. A little stock for Owie, but it's what you do on the first runs in.
All right, a 5.1 for Uemura's first run. Next skater in, Liz Akama, whose bag of tricks is anything but stock. Be interesting to see what she's got for this unique course here in Sydney.
So cool just to throw a tail slide in there. So sick, front big.
Barley back into regular. So when talking about with Liz, she's got a lot of unique tricks. Frontside feeble.
Doing the little things too. Front tail, the quarter pipe, manual, the bump to manual pad.
I don't think she was trying that frontside 180 50-50, but she hung on. I think she was going for front 180 nose grind. Still, full run.
Take it.
Yeah.
Full run. I love that she starts with the hubba. That's the thing scoring the most right now, so you might as well start there, get it out of the way. Front big, hard trick to control, but for her, she has that one. It's a great run. She kind of did it all. Bump to rail, king to hubba, did the front big over the bump to bump.
You know, she's won an Apex stop here. She's got a silver medal from the Olympics too. Liz Akama is becoming quite a contender here. A 7.0 for her first run. There's that variety playing into it. Next skater in, Yumeka Oda. Also has some just lethal tricks up her sleeve.
Ooh. A little bit of nerves there, maybe. She's a premier kick flipper.
Coming back, kick flip front board.
So really good nollie flip.
What do you think's going through her head right now after missing the very first kick flip?
You know, missing the first one, I feel like you can get into a groove that's a little easier to come back from than missing a trick in the middle of your run. So I think she's just getting settled in.
Front board. And that is going to be time for Yumeka Oda's first run.
Yeah, just get a score down. She recovered well.
Okay, a 4.4 for Yumeka Oda's first run, putting her in that 4th place spot below Pinson.
Which is not bad considering missing the first trick. I think that gets her close. No, that's not too far off from the 5.1.
All right, you're about to hear the crowd start to erupt. Hometown hero, Covell, former winner of the Sydney stop last year. Chloe is in.
That's what I was saying. Like, that switch flip is just so strong for her now.
First person to hit the rail up there on the boost.
Ooh, that got sketchy.
She looked like she was set up to kickflip out. Back tail. Hustling. Got a few more seconds. Maybe she can get out one more trick here before the clock winds down. There we go. Well timed.
Well timed, smart skating. You don't need to win the contest today. You just got to get till tomorrow.
Exactly. Strategy plays in here. Look at that switch flip, Sean.
Boosting. Boost mobile replay. Yeah, that got squirrely. This one, well controlled, back seat, front feeble.
So she ended it. Back 50 through King Kaba.
Skating in a jacket.
Not even warmed up yet.
No, she didn't need to get warmed up.
Right, there you go. Right in the first place spot with a 7.2. Pushing Liz Akama down into second. It's got to feel good. There's Dad down on the sideline. All right, back up. Start of the order. Poe Pinson, second run. Poe's first one was super creative. Can she complete it? Poe's in. Kick flip. Another kick.
Yes.
A little sketchy. Sometimes Poe gets pretty creative when things aren't going exactly the way she wants, though. 20 seconds left for Poe. I don't know if you can see that board, Sean, but I was talking to Poe. She's been riding that same board for like a month because she's just been traveling around Australia street skating.
That is the cool part about Poe is she takes care of street clips.
Yes, clips.
She gets clips.
Every time I see her within 5 seconds, she's like, want to see the clips? Want to see where I go? So that board's been well loved. You know, the line section, only one of your line scores can count towards your overall top scores, but you can make it come all back in the best trick section. You don't have to keep one of your line scores. So Po on a 2, she's going to keep that 4.8. Next skater in, Uemura, sitting on a 5.1 from her first run in that 3rd place spot. Aui's in.
Just not a fan of the ollie up. Just might as well manual.
You know, I feel like a lot of these skaters haven't had to skate a manual pad in a contest, maybe ever.
Whoa.
Nice front feeble. Blunt.
Resetting.
Landed that very confidently. Bolts, as we like to say. Looking like you're in control when you land. Uemura, you know how you said earlier, like stock tricks, but done well.
Yeah. She actually was gaining some speed around there.
So that replay, opening it up. Big bump to lip. And this was pretty cool.
Front feeble up. You know, she was doing the thing we talked about earlier where you do a run and then you just upgrade it a little bit here just to force them into giving you a little bit higher of a score.
Right again, Sean. 5.4 for Uemura. 3rd place spot, she's going to stay there. Akama is up next. She's going to need a 7.3 to get in the 1st place spot. Starting off on the King Hubba, 50-50. I think the judges count that transition trick like towards the final score. It helps.
100%. It's, you know, the little things help. You know, we're talking, she's only out of it by 0.2 from first.
So everything counts. Front feeble. You like that, Sean?
I like that. It just keeps it flowing.
I think she was going for the front 180 nose grind. Went into 50-50, but hung on there. Time runs out.
Was that the same run?
I think it was pretty much the same run. Let's see. There's a barley grind. Did it cleaner in this run. Set frontside feeble. Kind of missed the truck there.
Missing the truck a little bit, but a make's a make.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're right. Pair of 7s.
You know, only being able to take one run, I feel like you might as well try to upgrade it.
Yeah. Yumeka Oda up next, sitting in that 5th place spot with a 4.4. Yumeka. All right, there she goes.
Oh.
Now what does she do here? Now she's missed a trick in the middle of the run.
Yeah, and that was kind of a premier trick.
She looks visibly frustrated.
You know, Yumeka's been in enough of these to know that to upgrade her run after 2 falls, it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah, so she's kind of over it.
Yeah.
But Yumeka Oda, she can do kickflip front feebles, kickflip front boards. She had the highest single score for women of all time for a long time with kickflip front feeble back in Jacksonville in 2022. So she has that in her arsenal. It's just the confidence right now.
And again, the line scores don't completely matter. It gives you cushion, but you can make it all up in the single tricks.
You know, some skaters really thrive in the line section. I would think Chloe Covell and Leal come to mind as just really good line skaters. And Chloe already sitting at the top with a 7.2.
The problem for everybody else is Chloe and Rayssa are really good at the trick section too. It's kind of good at everything.
You know, what do you think about the strategy? She's already in the lead here. She's going to have to do more. Wow, stepping it up still. What?
Wow. Never seen her do a kickflip back tail on the run before.
Well, she was doing kickflip back tails and back tail kickflip outs on that.
She missed the drop in.
No.
She fumbled the drop in.
Okay. So she left one part of the run untapped because she fumbled a drop in, which is really rare. It's almost like the kickflip back tail caught her off guard.
Yeah, she got a little shook after that. Great run. Oh, she could have gotten that bump to bar trick out. But 50-50 kickflip out and then kickflipping into the back tail.
Beautiful.
We'll see. I think it would be about the same score. If she got off that bump to bar trick like she planned, it would have been easily higher than a 7.2. Oh,
great.
There we go.
8.0. So even with a little bobble in the run, the degree of difficulty in the tricks that she did complete got her that high score of an 8. And Chloe Covell sitting in that lead spot right now. Stick around, more action in the best trick attempts coming up right after this break. Well, there you saw it. A look back at the year so far. An incredible year for the women. Yumeka Oda just coming off that win from the Apex event in this heat right now. Just an incredible season so far. Here's where we've been. Here's where we're going. Chloe Covell taking the win in Paris. Apex stop number 1 was Liz. San Diego went to Leal. Apex stop number 2 went to Nanaka. Apex stop number 3 went to Yumeka. And now we are here in Sydney to determine the winner. Right now we are in the elimination rounds. Coming up next, in just a couple weeks, we're gonna go to Tokyo, Japan, and then we're gonna finish off at the Super Crown in Brazil, December 14th through the 15th. We're in the home stretch here. Well, here we are kicking off with the single trick section. Yumeka Oda had a rough go during the line, so she is going to kick us off in the best tricks. But we saw just a second ago, Sean, she won it at the Apex event.
Yeah, Apex event is just singles, so kind of fits Yumeka's skating a little bit more, so this single trick section should be pretty good for her. Starting it off with a bump to front feeble, getting a score on the board. We know she can kickflip into that.
Yep. She needs a score. She just needs to kind of fight her way back into this game. And right now, she's got 2 scores on the board, so she's in the first place spot. That's going to change a lot. It's going to shuffle up a lot as we go through this best trick section, but a 5.3 for the bump from people. Poe Pinson is up next. Where is Poe starting from?
She's just hanging on the Boost Mobile logo.
Got to get the right song on. I've never seen Poe do a kickflip board slide.
Kickflip back B.
All right, we'll see how it goes from there. Poe not landing anything on the first attempt. Uemura is going to be up next. Doing the skate sign language, dropping in. Ooh, backlip.
Just trying to calibrate the speed and the pop off the bump.
Yeah, you said that that obstacle was a little weird.
It's just, I don't know. I skated a little bit and I felt like I just had to go slower than I wanted to.
Liz coming in hot. See, you said it, yeah.
2 in a row, just overshooting. It's trying to gap out farther than, it's like doing what's comfortable versus doing what you need to do is 2 different things off that.
It kind of sets you up. There's a big quarter pipe right there to drop in. And it's almost like, you know.
A little mini mega.
Yeah, misleading you. You need to go slower. Chloe Covell in for her first trick attempt. Sitting in that second place spot. Looking at the King Hubba. Backsmith.
Chilling.
All right.
Chloe coasting her way in right now.
Talk me through this.
Yeah, just dipped all the way through, leaned back at the right time. It's hard too with the kingpin dragging on a backsmith through a king tuba like that. Definitely takes precision.
7.2, backsmith.
That's great. They're scoring the king tuba really good.
Yeah. Okay, Yumeka Oda. Back in, second trick attempt. Back lip.
Yumeka's definitely, you know, these are stock tricks for her. She's just trying to stack and just hope Aoi and Liz kind of fall off, but yeah, 5.3, stacking tricks.
Just about getting those top 4 scores. All these skaters are just trying to get the top 3 right now in group number 2 to move on to the final tomorrow. Back in for Poe Pinson. I feel like Poe is learning kickflip board slides for us right now.
She's just on a session.
She is. Uemura standing up on top again. That last attempt shot her out too far. She was going too fast.
Slow it down just a touch. Trust your pop.
Oh. She's Xing it out.
Throwing the X. Do we do the X in Street League?
0, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So the X means that she does not want that trick scored. She's going to try it again. Now, if she had landed it, gotten the score, and then did it again, she would have got docked for doing repetition. So she would have gotten a 0 anyway. So she's Xing out. She's saying, I can do this better. Don't count that. Liz Akama sitting in the 3rd place spot. Going in for attempt number 2. Backsmith.
There we go.
So they figured out the speed problem there, Sean.
Yeah. Liz definitely did. Locking in a little higher than the first attempt. Dipping it.
Execution was perfect. All right, a 5.3. All right, Chloe Covell, our leader right now with 2 scores on the board already. Chloe Covell is in. Wow. Nose grind kick out.
Chloe. It's cool to see as well, you know, she had the crook nollie flip down and then just taking it to the next level with the nose grind, nollie flip out. Just evolving.
The women are flipping out here in Sydney.
Her switch flick is so good.
Yes. And Chloe getting an 8.4. Mom, the highest score for the single trick so far. Before we go on to the next one, I got Andrew Cannon down on the sideline right now, hanging out with Felipe.
Thank you, guys. I got Felipe here. Felipe, you are the reigning champ from last year here in Sydney. How you feeling about the course? How you feeling about the crowd out here? You ready for this?
Oh, man, really stoked to be back here. Last year, we made some great memories, and, you know, I love Australia. It's been cool to be here, seeing everybody. The course has been pretty fun. So just we're stoked to be here today, man.
Well, we've got men's coming up at 3 o'clock local time, but we are in the women's right now. Who are you liking? Do you have a favorite for the win here today?
Man, the girls are ripping. I watched the first seat. I was really excited when I saw Rayssa doing the backsmith through the kink. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, Momiji's ripping. I want to see Chloe just nose grind ollie flip. The level is getting crazy. Yumeka, there's so many. I feel like it's just like the men's, you know, so many rippers. It's like whoever's on the day. I just hope we all elevate skateboarding today. That's cool.
It's amazing. So much great skating. We're going to head back up to you, Alex, and get back to skating.
Thanks so much, Andrew. Thanks, Felipe. Love his insights. Such a smart guy.
Very, I played that one safe. I hope everybody wins.
Yumeka Oda hoping that she wins. Kick. Oh, her foot just came off.
Always a little scary when the front foot comes off in front of the board.
Yeah.
Always get scared about that one. She was able to get out of it nicely, though.
All right, Pinson queuing up. Trap music. Setting up. Oh.
Almost learned kickflip board slide on her third attempt.
Third attempt here. So a much different strategy than the rest of the skaters out here. Okay, Uemura looking to bump up into that third place spot. She's gonna need a 7 just to get into third right now.
She only has 1 score.
Yeah.
So she's gonna need to make all 3 of these next attempts. Good start.
Love the passion from Aoi. It's funny, look at Aoi and Liz. Like Uemura kind of wears her heart on her sleeve, and Liz Akama is just ice.
Ice cold. Yeah, perfect. Bump backsmith. I think we know what that's gonna score.
Right, a 5.3. She's gonna need 2 more makes. Get herself back in the game. Next up, Liz Akama. Sitting on a 7 from her runs. 5.3, best trick attempts. Heading back to the bump derail. Back lip.
Smart. She did the backsmith. She knows what the bump rail feels like. Back lip's an easier trick to aim. All she needed is a 2.5. This should get her into second place.
.5.0.
Yeah, a little more cushion.
Chloe Covell, the dap to handoff.
Yep.
Current leader, sitting on an amazing scoreline of 23.6 right now with 3 tricks landed. What can she do?
I mean, with 2 8s, she can basically do a kick turn.
Crooks nollie flip.
But she did a crook nollie flip.
You know, I was talking to her dad, and Chloe Covell's been in just really great headspace since the Olympics. She's been chilling at home. She goes to regular school. She goes surfing. She hangs out. She's kind of like a regular kid when she's here, and it shows in how comfortable she is on her board. Learning new tricks.
Crook nollie flip. I'm curious on how the judges are going to respond to that, because she did a nose grind nollie flip on the round bar.
Right.
Then a crook nollie flip on the ledge. Separate things, but kind of similar.
She got an 8.4 for that last one, a 7.8. So I think that you're right, Sean. They kind of saw the repetition there.
Probably docked it a little bit, but I think she'll be okay with the 7.8.
Yeah, with a 31.4 overall scoreline right now. Solid skating from Chloe Covell. Yumeka Oda struggled with that kickflip. Can she land it? Bucked off.
That set, I was talking to some of the pros, just hanging out, and it is long.
Yeah.
It's a long set of stairs with the speed that the skate park gives you.
Pinson needs a 10 for third.
Okay, see if she can learn kickflip board slides in 4 tries.
Close. Look how excited she is, though. She is in her own battle. I love it. Bo doesn't even know the contest started. She's just skating.
She's just hanging on the side of the course.
Uemura in that 4th place spot. Only needs a 4.1 to get into the 3rd place spot.
We know a back lip's a 5.
Yep. Front feeble. She actually came off a little bit.
No X?
No X.
Huh?
I mean, she needs the score. She needs 4 scores, so she's
Oh,
take
yeah,
it no matter
you're right.
what.
You're right.
But look, what do you see here, Sean?
It front feeble, just locked in great. Just lost it to front board. Not what she was trying to do, but again, just get something on.
A 3.
Anything helps at this point.
Yeah. Right now, Akama sitting in that 2nd place spot is in a really comfortable spot as it goes with her score line compared to the next competitor below her, Yumeka Oda.
Whoa.
Wow.
That is sketchy.
Runs through 180, switch 50-50. King Hubba, boost King Hubba.
Front 180, 50-50. That's definitely the biggest, the highest scoring obstacle out here. I did talk to the judges about that big spin front board that got judged low because they said that she did it on the bump to bar. And Liz did 180, 50-50 on the bump to ledge in her run. I wonder if they're going to dock it a little bit.
Sean, thank you for doing the homework. Thank you for doing this.
Well, I was confused too, but I figured it out.
7.5. Thank you.
Looks like it didn't matter for Liz.
For Liz, she
yeah,
gets 7.5.
Huh.
Send another text.
Yeah. I guess that would have been a little bit closer to an 8.
Yeah.
If it was not done in her run. Something to think about if she were to advance to the finals.
All right, Chloe Covell, the leader. 4 scores on the board already. Trying back tail kickflip. Well, we'll definitely get a chance to see her do that tomorrow. We're going to have a re-rack right here.
She almost had that.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it today, but she's going to be in the final.
Look, she's like, I had that.
you a lip reader? Hands behind my back. Do the. All right, here is the re-rack for group number 2. Going in first will be Pinson, who is battling a kickflip board slide. Second, Uemura. Third, Yumeka Oda. Fourth, Akama. And fifth, Covell. Chloe will go last. She's sitting in that top spot, so that's where the advantage comes. She has gotten the highest score so far. Poe is going to kick us off in these last trick attempts for group number 2. All right, Poe.
Let's get this, Poe.
Love to see it.
She's already thinking about street rails that she's going to kickflip board slide.
After this, she'll be like, dude.
After she learns
I
it
think I
right
can
here.
do this on a rail.
On her 5th attempt. We got to find her a rail out here in Sydney.
There's plenty of them. Oh, well, that's going to be it for Pinson. She's been traveling, enjoying Sydney and Greater Australia for the better part of a month. She's going to stick around in street skate and get clips.
Love that. That's what she should be doing. Unfortunately, coming up empty-handed in the trick section.
All right, Uemura just needs a 1.1 to knock Yumeka Oda out of that 3rd place spot. She knows that Yumeka's been trying that kickflip. That kickflip's gonna be a high score. This is the math that she has to do in her head right now. Figure out what to do. Play it safe. Send it. Oh! Blunt slide.
Front blunt.
Now, Rayssa did that as well.
Rayssa did that as well, but Aoi did it in her run on the bump to bar.
It's true. The repetition thing.
The repetition thing. Repetition thing's hard. And
but look at that, alling up
you know,
so high, locking in.
regardless,
yeah.
she's getting a 1.1.
She's getting
regardless.
a 1.
But, you know, something that I think maybe this would be like in the mid-5s, but might not be. I don't know. We'll see how the judges are feeling.
Regardless, she did what she could do to control the situation as best she could. A 6.6, bumping her into 3rd place spot. Now, this is where it goes down to Yumeka Oda. Just got bumped down to the 4th place spot. She just needs to get in that top 3 to go to the finals tomorrow. Aoi is sitting in the chair that Yumeka wants to have. Just needs a 5.7. Kickflip again, you think, Sean?
I think so. Ooh. And that should get her that 5.7.
All right. She landed at the Apex event. Oh, no! Yumeka Oda. Rough go of it for Yumeka Oda. Coming off of that win and then coming into this and not making the final. Our final is set here with Uemura squeaking in, Akama, and Chloe Covell. Akama is going to have another chance. Get a score on the board. Disappointing for Yumeka, but what a fantastic skater she is. Woo.
So sick. No one's doing that.
Yeah.
Big spin heel flip off the bump.
Was that replay?
It's hard to get that kind of scoop frontside sometimes, and she has it. Whips around for her.
I think it's something that she's naturally had. I used to watch clips of her when she was really young. She just has this like frontside, like kind of huck, like this power. The barley grinds, the big spins, front big heels.
Yeah, it releases off the bumps really well.
Interesting choice of obstacle to go for. She's already in. Gets a 5.9.
See, I think big spin heel off the bump is a lot more can go wrong than, say, these like front blunts and back smiths. I think that was, but it is a small bump, so it's not like the most exciting obstacle she could have skated.
Whoop, missing the flick there, but It's no problem. No worries, as they say here for Chloe Covell. She's in that first place spot. She's moving on to the finals.
She is chilling.
Hometown crowd stoked to see it.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So does the finals get placed as your score?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think your overall score, I think the person with the highest overall score should go last in the finals,
go
too.
last.
So there is an advantage, you're right. Well, there you have it. There is our final set for tomorrow. A lot of familiar faces. Rayssa, Leal, Momiji, Nishiya, Funa, Nakayama, Chloe Covell, the winner from last year's event, Liz Akama, and Uemura. Everybody is under 19 years old in the women's final. Teenagers coming in hot in Sydney, stop number 6. We got our man, Andrew Cannon, down on the sideline with Chloe Covell, who just took the win in heat number 2. Andrew, how's it going down there?
All right, we're back again here in front of the hometown crowd. I'm not gonna lie, you had a great start. How are you feeling out here?
I'm feeling really good. Like, you know, I got all my consistent stuff down, and hopefully I can do the same in the finals.
So do you have more up your sleeve? I mean, you've been practicing, and the level of tricks you're doing, as per usual, continues to get gnarlier and gnarlier. What do you got for us in the finals? Can you tell us?
I'm not 100% sure. I definitely will do a couple of things the same, but like hopefully I can, you know, get a cleaner second run and maybe take my time a bit on the drop in. But yeah, just do the same, have fun, and also upgrade.
How does it feel to be skating here in front of the hometown crowd, especially after your performance last year? Like, do you feel a lot of pressure? Are you excited? What's the overall feeling for you?
I'm having so much fun. Like, I'm excited as hell. Like, yeah, I'm just so happy to not be traveling far, no jet lag, just, yeah, be here with all my friends and family.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on a great performance today, and we can't wait to see it tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well, there she is, and here is your Monster Energy highest scoring trick of the women's elimination round.
Remember, too, she called this course wacky.
Wacky.
Got a 8.4 for nose grind nollie flip.
Well, yeah, an interesting course, a wacky course, as the kids call it these days, I guess, but incredible skating from Chloe Covell and the entire field for day 1 for women's eliminations. What'd you think? Final thoughts on that one?
It's great. I loved it. She said she had more in the tank, so we'll see tomorrow.
All right, stick around, because today we have the men's knockout rounds coming up soon, and tomorrow we are going to have the women's final starting off at 12:30 p.m., followed by the men's final at 2 p.m. A lot more action coming up next with the men's. So here are the men's groups that we are going to see shortly. A lot of talent in the building. Group number 1, Tommy Finn, local.
I mean, Gio was skating so well in practice. I'm excited to see him kick it off in Group 1.
Number 1 in the rankings right now, too. Giancarlos Gonzalez, Shea Sandiford, Sora Shirai, Gustavo Ribeiro.
I mean, we got Gustavo the champ. But Sora's hard to beat.
Oh my gosh. Group number 3, your man's in there.
My guy.
A lot of your guys are in there, but Ish Cepeda came up, last minute call.
Gas Giant CEO Ishmael Miguel Cepeda, first ever Street League.
And Group 4, Riley Pavey, local. David Loy coming in for the call-up. Chris Joslin and Felipe Gustavo coming up soon for the men's knockout rounds. Well, there we had it. Women's eliminations. The final is set for tomorrow. Incredible skating from all the women here. Chloe Covell coming out on top. Don't go away. We're going to have the men's knockout rounds coming up shortly. Can't wait to see all the action here in Sydney. Stop number 6 of the SLS Super Crown, presented by Boost Mobile.